समशत्रौ च मित्रे च तथा मानापमानयोः शीतोष्णसुखदुःखेषु समसङ्गविवर्जितः. Meaning, those who are alike to friend and foe, equipoise in honor and dishonor, cold and heat, joy and sorrow, and are free from all unfavorable association, those who take praise and reproach alike, who are given to silent contemplation, content with what comes their way, without attachment to the place of resistance, whose intellect is firmly fixed in me, and who are full of devotion to me, such persons are very dear to me.
Thank you. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Suprabhatam. So from Shloka 13 to 19 in this chapter, we are looking at the conduct of people who have the knowledge that I am pure consciousness. We are looking at a Jnani. They are named with different names, Jnani, wise people. Now, his view has to be understood, because whatever you see is how he behaves externally. But how he behaves externally is because how he has understood things internally and is abiding by that understanding. For example, we see a mirage water in the road. You see water, it appears that water is there, but really there is no water. It is just an appearance because of a particular phenomena. So therefore, people who do not know that, what they will do, they will go and seek water there, but really there is no water. So similarly, this person understands that all that is there is only one I, and that I is pure consciousness. And for this person, there will be this understanding, and all his behavior is based on this understanding. So therefore, Shloka number 13 to 19 is telling us what is his behavior. Why? Because for us, we are in the process. So therefore, this behavior will become the model to be followed. This is a model behavior to be followed. And this becomes spontaneous once we assimilate the knowledge. We become self-realized. We understand who we are really. So that is how this entire set of 13 to 19, these 7 shlokas are very important for us. So let us look at this shloka. Samaha Shatrau Cha Mitre Cha Tatha Manapamanayoho Shitoshna Samadukheshu Samaha Sangha Vivarchitaha. So this is the word split. So now Krishna is explaining Samaha Shatrau Cha Mitre Cha. With respect to people who are inimical and with respect to people who are friend, he is equal in his behavior. So first question will be, will such a person have enemy? Or will he consider somebody as enemy? The person who understands that there is only one I, the rest of them is only appearance, like the mirage water. It is just experience. We are experiencing the world. The experience is there. Nobody will say no to the experience. But in reality, I am pure consciousness. One who understands and abides by this will not have any shatru, enemy. Why? Because I consider that I to be this body, mind, sense complex. Mind is having a lot of desires. There are some people whom I see as obstacle to my desire. So therefore I consider them as Shatru. Some people I see favorable to my desire. They help me out. And I like those people. They bring in favorable condition. I see them as Mitra. Right? Whereas a person who has understood the reality will not have any Shatru, because all his desires have completely gone away. Whatever he is doing just because it needs to be done. He is in that position, he is doing it. But not because he wants to be happy or he wants to be contented, he is doing it. So he is free of desire. So there is nobody whom he sees as obstacle to fulfilling his desire. Suppose a person gets first rank and another person gets second rank. The second rank person usually will see the first rank person as the obstacle. He is there, therefore I am not able to get second. That is not the view of a matured person. And a wise person, of course, that view is not there. Then why Shatru is mentioned here? He may not see somebody as enemy, but somebody may see him as inimical. Because they have desires and he may come in between their desires. How? Because he will behave in a dharmic manner. But others may have tendency because of greed to become adharmic. So they may consider him as enemy. So even if they consider him as enemy, whether they consider him as friend, whether they treat him bad or whether they do favor, he does not have any hatred towards the person who is treating him as enemy. Neither he is totally attached to a person who is treating him by giving him favorable things, mitraha. He is equal to everybody. Does that mean that he will not punish if a person is doing something wrong? No, the correction will be done. Like how a mother sees a child doing something wrong. Initially, she will use sama, dana, bheda, danda. If he is not listening to sama, dana, bheda, then danda has to be given. But danda is not out of hatred. That danda is out of love so that the person changes. So therefore you will see Krishna is not hating Duryodhana by telling Arjuna, go, kill him. He is not hating Duryodhana, so he is not asking Arjuna to kill because he is hating Duryodhana. Or Arjuna to kill Karna because he is hating. Just because here disharmony is there. Adharma is nothing but disharmony in the society. It brings disharmony. And that disharmony has to be corrected. And the only way now it has to be corrected is using danda. Why? Krishna has used the others. When he went as a messenger, he tried telling them, give at least a house with 5 rooms. He said no. So Duryodhana said no. So therefore danda alone has to be used. But his mindset is what correct him. Not like he should get punished. This is how, that kind of mind. I'm just voicing out what will be there and usually in our mind, he should suffer. No, that kind of thinking will not be there when a person who understands the reality. So therefore, when you say Shatru, here he means a person who treats him as Shatru. The Jnani as Shatru, the person who teaches, who thinks, he is called Shatru here. So Mitrecha, Tatha Manapa Manayoho is very, very important. Honor. As I told you, as normal people like us, we don't have honor, dishonor, not much, right? But as you become greater and greater, more people know you, then we become very, very conscious about who is honoring, how we are honored. Are we given, I have seen, are we given a woolen silk shawl or we are given a normal cotton shawl? All these goes into the mind. And if that kind of honor is not done, the person gets disillusioned or the person is not satisfied. Whereas this person is not, because he knows honor comes, honor goes. Dishonor comes, dishonor goes. Both of them are temporary. I get first rank in one of my semester. Everybody praises. I get last rank or I do not perform well in any one of the subjects. It's okay. The other person the person who has this knowledge will not worry about what the other person thinks, whether he respects, he will not have that. This is why it is called Sama Manapa Manayo. Example you can take of Rama. Rama, one day before, he was supposed to be the king, Lord Rama. But then next day he is asked to go to forest. First day also he was having the same kind of mindset. Next day also same kind of mindset. No reaction. In fact, Lakshmana reacted to his father's suggestion. But Rama did not react. And he told Lakshmana that let us respect our father. So that is the kind of Sama Manapa Manayoho. Asking you to be a king and asking you to go away from the house. Just imagine. You are the king of the house. Now next day you are said, no, get out of the house. Literally not get out, of course, but you have to go out. That is the situation, but he was samaha. And Shitoshna Sukha Dukkheshu. Shita Ushna means hot, cold. Shita means cold, Ushna means hot. Means what? Those opposite situations which give rise to Sukha Dukkha. Sukha Dukkha means happiness, sadness, sorrow. And he is Samaha. Because he is not in our mind. If something favorable comes, first rank we get, like, oh, let me get first rank every time. If somebody praises you, you want that kind of a praise every time. It is there in the mind, all of us want that. Whereas, if somebody criticizes, we don't want, no. As far as possible, we want to stay away from criticism. Therefore, we usually think of going away from unfavorable situation and sticking to favorable situation. For a jnani, for a wise person, for a matured person who understands the reality, for him everything, favorable or unfavorable, which brings in pleasure or which brings in pain, both of them are temporary. Otherwise, in our mind, we always want nice, favorable situation. We call it nice, favorable situation to be there, yes or no? But it may not be so. As the favorable situations come, favorable situations go. As the unfavorable situation comes, unfavorable situation goes. A jnani, a wise person, a matured person does what needs to be done based on his role. This is what is being told by Krishna Paramatma with respect to this person. Thank you.
Flag hosting by Sushrita College Principal, Sangha Maitrimilan, after the Shanti Mantra.
भारत माता की जय। वंदे मातरम।